Novak Djokovic is widely regarded as one of the greatest tennis players in history. Born on May 22, 1987, in Belgrade, Serbia, then part of Yugoslavia, Djokovic has achieved numerous records and milestones in tennis, making him one of the most dominant and complete players in the sport. Known for his incredible flexibility, endurance, and mental toughness, Djokovic has a career that spans over 2 decades, during which he has consistently competed at the highest levels of the game. Early life and career. Novak Djokovic began playing tennis at a very young age. His talent was quickly recognized, and by the age of 14, he was already competing internationally in junior tennis tournaments. Coming from a country that had limited tennis infrastructure during the 1990s, Djokovic had to overcome significant challenges, including the economic instability caused by the Yugoslav Wars. His family made sacrifices to support his training, and he eventually moved to Germany to train at the Nikola Pilić Academy. His professional career began in 2003, and he quickly showed promise, making a name for himself in the ATP Tour. He won his first ATP title in 2006 at the Dutch Open and made it to the quarterfinals of the French Open that year. Breakthrough and rise to dominance, 2008 to 2011. Djokovic's major breakthrough came in 2008 when he won his first Grand Slam title at the Australian Open, defeating Jo-Wilfried Tsonga in the final. This victory established him as a contender alongside the sport's 2 dominant players at the time, Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal. However, Djokovic struggled with consistency for a few years, often reaching the latter stages of tournaments, but failing to capture more Grand Slam titles. Everything changed in 2011, when Djokovic began one of the most dominant seasons in tennis history. That year, he won 3 Grand Slam titles, Australian Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open, compiled a 41-match winning streak to start the season, and finished the year as the world number 1. His improvements in fitness, mental strength, and his backhand made him nearly unbeatable, and he began to consistently challenge Federer and Nadal at the top of the sport. Rivalries with Federer and Nadal. One of the defining aspects of Djokovic's career is his rivalry with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, which forms the Big Three of tennis. These 3 players have dominated men's tennis for nearly 2 decades, pushing each other to incredible heights. Federer rivalry. Djokovic and Federer have played some of the most iconic matches in tennis history, including several Grand Slam finals. Their styles contrast, with Federer's fluid elegance against Djokovic's relentless athleticism and defense. One of their most memorable encounters was the 2019 Wimbledon final, where Djokovic saved 2 championship points and won in a historic 5-set tiebreak, becoming the first player to win a Wimbledon final in such a manner. Nadal rivalry. Djokovic's rivalry with Nadal is the most prolific in tennis history, with over 60 matches played between the two. While Nadal has been dominant on clay courts, particularly at the French Open, Djokovic is the only player to have defeated Nadal multiple times at Roland Garros. Their battles at other Grand Slam events, especially the 2012 Australian Open final, which lasted nearly 6 hours, are legendary. Career achievements. As of 2024, Novak Djokovic holds numerous records and career achievements that have solidified his place as one of the greatest tennis players of all time. 24 Grand Slam titles. Djokovic holds the record for the most men's singles Grand Slam titles, having surpassed Federer and Nadal. His Grand Slam wins include Australian Open, 10 titles. Djokovic has dominated this tournament more than any other, with his hard-court prowess on display. Wimbledon, 7 titles. His grass-court game has evolved significantly, making him a master at Wimbledon. French Open, 3 titles. While Nadal is considered the king of clay, Djokovic is one of the few players to challenge him at Roland Garros, winning multiple times on the surface. US Open, 4 titles. He has also been successful on the hard courts of New York. World number 1. Djokovic has spent the most weeks as the ATP world number 1 in men's tennis history, surpassing Roger Federer's previous record of 310 weeks. As of 2024, Djokovic has held the number 1 ranking for over 390 weeks, an unprecedented feat. Career Grand Slam. Djokovic is one of a select few players to have won all 4 Grand Slam tournaments: Australian Open, French Open, Wimbledon, US Open, at least once, completing his career Grand Slam at the 2016 French Open. Double career Grand Slam. In 2021, Djokovic became the first man in the Open era to achieve the double career Grand Slam, winning each Grand Slam twice. Masters 1000 titles. He holds the record for the most ATP Masters 1000 titles, further solidifying his dominance across different surfaces and against top competition. Golden Masters. Djokovic is the only player to complete the career Golden Masters, 9 ATP Masters 1000 events. Olympics. While Djokovic has not yet won an Olympic gold medal, he did win a bronze medal at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. His pursuit of Olympic gold remains one of the few missing achievements in his career. Playing style. Djokovic is known for having one of the most balanced and complete games in tennis. He excels in defense and flexibility. His incredible movement, flexibility, and ability to stretch for shots allow him to retrieve seemingly impossible balls. Backhand. Djokovic's two-handed backhand is one of the best in the history of the sport, allowing him to generate power and precision even on the defensive. Return of serve. Widely considered the best returner in tennis history, Djokovic neutralizes even the strongest servers. Mental fortitude. Djokovic has repeatedly shown mental toughness in high-pressure situations, often winning from match points down or in long, grueling matches. Historical significance. Historically, Novak Djokovic is seen as the player who redefined the physical and mental demands of tennis. He has been able to challenge and surpass Federer and Nadal during the peak of their careers, creating an era of tennis known as the Big Three era. Beyond his on-court achievements, Djokovic has also been involved in various off-court endeavors. He is known for his charitable work through the Novak Đjoković Foundation, which focuses on improving education and early childhood development in Serbia. Legacy. Djokovic's legacy is that of an all-time great, and many argue he is the greatest tennis player of all time due to his Grand Slam titles, records, and head-to-head victories over Federer and Nadal. His relentless pursuit of perfection and his ability to rise in the most critical moments of the sport have defined his career.